Lake Ozark, this is Camdenton Tower.
Lake Ozark, go ahead.
Thousands of acres of Missouri lands burn annually because of man-made fires. Wildfires are not new. In fact, they're a natural occurrence that have become increasingly expensive. Forests are a renewable resource, but good timberland is too scarce to be carelessly destroyed by annual wildfires. This film will acquaint the firefighter with the various conditions, techniques, and tools most often used in suppressing wildfires in Missouri. Because water is not always available, selecting the proper tools and knowing how to use them is important. Fires burn differently in hardwood leaves than in dry grass. Since these are the major fuel types, we'll see how tools and tactics differ for each situation in Fighting Fires, Missouri style. It's important to recognize a sense of urgency when involved in any fire situation. Use good judgment when driving to any emergency, regardless of road conditions. Drive as close as possible, park in a safe location, and roll up the windows. Select the correct tools, then move quickly and safely to the fire. After scouting the fire and getting an estimate of the situation, begin the initial attack. If any volunteers are available, use them to your best advantage. Quickly explain the correct use of the tools. Although we normally don't carry extra hard hats and gloves, it's important we caution untrained people to be aware of the dangers involved in fighting fire. If possible, begin suppression activities at the head of the fire. Normally, this is the area spreading fastest. An important point to establish early is who is in charge. The leader is responsible for all work on the fire, including crew organization, fire line location, and construction. As the line is built, a backfire should be set to burn out all fuel between the line and the main fire. An experienced person should be in charge of setting the backfire. He must be aware of the possible dangers involved if it isn't done correctly. At least one person should be assigned to patrol the line and watch for spot fires and breakovers. If possible, he should carry a backpack pump. When conditions permit, such as on the backside of the fire or in light fuel, the direct method can be used. This means raking the fire toward the burned area, making sure all burning material is removed. Again, line patrol is very necessary. Let's look at the complete firefighter. For his own protection, each person should consider the following safety items: good work boots with non-skid soles, leather gloves to prevent blisters, and a long-sleeve shirt to protect from radiant heat. To top off protective clothing, a hard hat and eye protection is necessary. One way to get water to a fire is with the backpack pump. The double-hole nozzle produces a spray and should be used whenever possible because it conserves water. The nozzle can be changed quickly from a spray to a straight stream. A straight stream is normally used for making long shots, such as on an extremely hot fire or when greater penetration is desired. The backpack is an effective mop-up tool on tall snags. The pump slide should be kept clean and greased for dependable operation. It holds only 5 gallons of water, so make every drop count. The broom rake can be used in an indirect attack in fires of hardwood leaf fuels. Just as with the direct attack, the one-lick method is used. Each firefighter hits one lick and continues moving, resulting in a clean line, down to bare soil. The rate of movement depends on the size of the crew and the type of fuel. Several factors enter into line location, and the crew boss must be aware of them. Points to consider are rate of spread, terrain features, size of crew, fuel depth and potential hotspots, such as snags and brush piles. Line location is as important as line construction. All leaves should be raked away from the fire. A heavy buildup of fuel next to the line will burn hotter and increase the chance for a breakover or spot fire. Move any limbs, roots, or heavy fuels to the outside of the line to prevent forming a bridge for the fire to burn across. Rake a clean line down to bare ground. If it isn't possible to locate the line around a dead snag, at least take time to rake leaves away from its base. This will help prevent the burning snag from falling later and greatly reduces mop-up time. Crew members should maintain a safe interval and work at a steady pace, but not to the point of exhaustion. Using the broom rake like a garden rake is a common mistake. All you get is back fatigue and a poorly constructed line. The correct and best method is to stand straight, hold the rake handle vertical, and use a swinging motion. Let the flexible tines do the work. The wheeled low blow is a mechanical substitute for a broom rake. This machine lets one person do the line construction work of a small rake crew. The large wheels are offset so it can move over logs and rocks. One man can lift it across a fence or into the back of a pickup. The two-cycle engine creates a wind blast of about 250 miles an hour and will run an hour and a half on a gallon of gas. Thick brush and steep hillsides limit the use of this machine. It is one of the best line-building tools for the hand crew. Another substitute for the broom rake is the backpack blower. It's a modified mist sprayer and does essentially the same job as the wheeled low blow. However, it weighs less and has greater mobility. Weighing about 28 pounds, it creates a wind blast of 225 miles an hour. It is best used in tandem. The first blower loosens the leaves while the second blows the line clean. Either the wheeled low blow or the backpack blower can be incorporated into a regular hand crew to supplement the rake men. Earplugs are recommended when using either type blower. Backfiring is a necessary part of an indirect attack. However, it must be set on the correct side of the line. The crew boss must make sure it's done right. The purpose of backfiring in the first place is to widen the control line and reduce the chances for breakovers. But breakovers do occur and constant patrol is necessary. Once the line is completed and the fire contained, it should be watched until safe to leave. Another hand tool useful for line construction is the council rake. It can be used to grub out sprouts and grass, as well as removing leaves. The council rake is made from mowing machine sections riveted to angle iron. It's an excellent tool for line construction through mixtures of grass and leaves. Like a wet gunny sack, the fire swatter is an effective tool. However, the firefighter must be careful to avoid scattering the fire. The wheeled low blow and the backpack blower can also be used in a direct attack when fuel is light or along the flanks and backside of a fire. It's best to follow up the blowing action with a rake. Regardless of the method of attack or tools used, a watchful eye is always necessary. Continuous line patrol is a must until the fire is out. In grass and suitable terrain, a truck-mounted water unit is a good choice for initial attack if it can be done safely. Work the fire from inside the burned area. There is less exposure to heat and smoke. This also allows more efficient use of a normally limited water supply. Close coordination between the driver and the nozzle man is necessary. A great deal of water will be wasted unless the nozzle man applies the stream along the fire line rather than perpendicular to it. Again, have a hand crew follow up for added protection. When the backpack is used in a direct attack, water should be used only to cool the flames so the hand crew can do the suppressing. This has to be a coordinated team effort. The fire will quickly rekindle if the tank man gets too far ahead of the rake man. The floating pump is designed to use any water source, lake, pond, stream, or swimming pool when fighting structural or wildfires. It can also be used to refill rural tankers. Depending on the pressure, it's capable of pumping 140 gallons a minute. With an 1.5 inch hose, it can throw a stream of water about 85 feet. A more elaborate piece of firefighting equipment is a crawler tractor with a hydraulic fire plow. The crawler, followed by a small hand crew, can contain a hot fire quickly. The tractor can do the major line construction, while the men concentrate their efforts on line improvement, backfiring, and line patrol. A simple method of backfiring is to use the rake stuffed with leaves as a torch. Because of the tractor's speed, the control line can be located closer to the main fire and still allow sufficient time for backfiring to widen the line. Finally, the tractor is of real value in making the fire safe to leave. Stay with it a while to be sure. Wildfire is a common enemy throughout the country. The specific firefighting techniques in each area vary according to terrain and fuel conditions. A continuing effort is being made by the Missouri Department of Conservation to develop equipment and methods that are adaptable to our specific needs.
I'm Jerry Presley. Our Forestry Division has a responsibility for wildfire protection on all private and state-owned lands. We are directly protecting some 16 million acres and are actively promoting the protection of an additional 7 million acres. In order to meet our obligations, we are dependent upon rural fire department forces as well as our own men and equipment. By working together, we have made excellent progress in reducing wildfire losses while at the same time making more efficient use of our citizens' dollars. This film, Firefighting Missouri Style, was made to give you, the firefighter, a quick look at some of the equipment and techniques available for your use beyond the fire hydrant.